Hello, my crafty friends. Is anybody joining on with me right now? Or am I still in La La Land? Oh, there I am. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to wait for a minute for anybody to hop on. You can let me know if the volume's okay, the usual, if it's okay, how it sounds. There. Hello. Hello, Ellie. All good? Perfect. Alrighty. I hope everyone is enjoying our second summer. I can't believe the heat. We need rain desperately. I don't know about where you are, but we're in a, what do they call it, a level 3 drought out near Belleville here. Part of the Moira River that goes into Lake Ontario, you can see the limestone bottom like there's nothing. Absolutely amazing. Oh well. Yeah. I don't mind the warm weather. This year has been brutal, but yeah, it's kind of gets to you, especially this time of year when you're getting ready for your pumpkin spice and sweaters and all that fun stuff. So anyway, alrighty. So all I'm gonna do is I'm going to tonight color up Lexi's wheels, and I made a little card, and I decided to go with a I think I made this one 5.5 inches square, or 5 3/4 inches square, just a little bit different. Yeah, and I have to admit that this is the first time I've actually opened up this stamp set. I hadn't used it until, or I hadn't even opened it until last week when I opened it up to color it up. How embarrassing is that? But I'm starting to use all of them, which is a good thing. So anyway, so we're just going to color it up and add it to a little, oops, where's some of my adhesive? Add it to a card, and yeah, and we'll be good. So usually when I go to make one of these, I find some sort of paper or something that gives me a color to start with. So I started off, and I use these, the Echo Park Play All Day paper, the girls one, and that's what I've used for my inspiration, I guess you would call it. And I have 2 of them. Of course I do, because I happened to buy an extra one by accident. Like no one's ever done that before. So I'm trying to use up this one before I get too much into this one. Yeah, square cards are really different. You know, like I was always like a standard card shape, size, whatever. And since I've been doing these, since I've been with Crafty Kimmy, I've been doing them a lot of different shapes and styles and round and all that stuff. So Kim has Lexi's wheels on half price. So if you want it, don't have it, you got to get it. You can't miss that deal. Anyway, so I stamped up the image, and besides too, this little girl is a larger image than some of the other stamps. And it takes up almost the whole, what is this, like a 4x6 sheet or whatever? Yeah, 4x4, I should say. So it deserves to be on its own, and yeah. So I am going to color her up. If I can remember what I used. I'll use my crude coloring. Like I said, I am not as good of a inker as the other girls on here. I try. Well, I do 6YR27. So, what I did for the cat is I tried to make something a little, what if I should zoom in a little more maybe? Let's just see if I can do this. Is that better? Yep, that's good. So what I did with the cat, I changed glasses. I I got my window open too, so it makes too much noise. Yep. If you want to, I've got my window open too, so if you hear the traffic going by, just let me know and I can always shut it. Just gets a little bit of a breeze. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I am going to start. I decided to do a little bit different this time with my coloring. Oops, here we are. And I thought what I would do is I'll start with a cat. Yeah, do you want me to close the window, Ellie? It's a pretty quiet road, but I mean, it's just one of those things. Oops. Anyway, so I'm going to start with this. Can you see okay? Okay, and there's a car. So I'm just going to use my Y27. And I'm going to sort of come up with some little colors and make some shades on my... Hi, Margaret. Shading on my little kitten. Anyway. Tomorrow the... what do you call it? The coffee retreat starts. Who's on coffee and mushroom retreat? Who's doing that? That'll be nice to get into that. Yep, there's a truck again. And Y27. Or I should say YR27. YR24. I'm getting a little more brave with some of my color options, I think, as my time goes. And all I'm doing is just flicking, like, it's a small area. So, I know it's not fall yet, but the fall retreat's coming up. Looking forward to it, yes. Who's team pumpkin spice and who's team no way? Anybody? YR24. YR23. No way? Yeah, I like it just a little bit, like maybe 1 or 2 a season. That's it, I'm done. Just get little dits and dots in here. Anybody else like pumpkin spice? Beck, yeah. Well, I do admit the pumpkin spice muffins come out, so I did have to have some of those. Use RV10 for the ear. And there. And the mouth. Okay, I think my kitten's done. My cat is done. Okay. So, next I'm going to do her jeans. And of course, to make sure she has blue jeans on. And I use the the B979593s. Oh, I forgot the tail, didn't I? I know I had to go back and do mine before. Thank you. Night 27th there. And 23. I know the first time I colored it up. There we go. I forgot the body. Like, oops. Anyway, that's better. Next, the jeans. So 97. Is everybody ready for tomorrow? I just re-inked some of these. I think they're a little on the juicy side too, so oh well, we'll find out. Nothing that can't be fixed with a blender or another piece of paper. 95. I find what works better for me is when I'm doing some small spots is I just find that usually just like tiny dots, like there we go. So there's her jeans. And I'm going to do her top to match the pink of my paper. And I used R81, R83, and R85. Yeah. Yes, I have the card. I don't think I've typed the Lulu's, or colored the Lulu's wheels up either. I'm so bad. Am I stopping and starting? I don't know. Sometimes our internet out here might be a little bit iffy at nighttime, so I apologize if it is. '85, '83, R83. Anyway. So what else is new with everybody? Anybody going anywhere for holidays this fall? I think you're going to a retreat, I think, aren't you? Came up to Margie's? That'll be fun. Shoot. My nephew's getting married in October. So that'll be a trip to Lakefield, I guess, from here, which isn't too far. But we'll be going and coming back the same night because of our dogs, so that's all right. It's like having a baby all over again to have a dog. Yeah, Ravenhurst, yeah, that'll be fun. Oh, well, happy anniversary, Kim. Yeah, we had our 42nd anniversary this year. And with life, didn't really get too much. Oh well. Grab my blip while I think about it. And I'm going to put a little bit of a pink patch on her knee. And I'll use, maybe this needs one color. Oh, I don't know, Margaret. I'll have to have a look. I think basically what it is, it's a, when I finish this, I'll see if I can remember, I can try and do a really quick show you, if that's okay. If that's all right with anybody that wants to watch. See if my memory serves me. Alrighty. And her shoes. To be perfectly honest, I don't think I would have put it on YouTube unless Kim did. It's been not a very good year for me. It's got to be around someplace, but I'll have a look. I'll see what I can do, or I can just, like I said, I'll just show you what I did. So, alrighty. So, pants are done, jeans are done, shoes are done. How about I do the bike? So, let's do the bike in, change the color up a little bit. 24 and 23, how's that sound? 21. Sure. So I'm going to do the bike a little more blue than I did it in the sample I did. So I'm going to do 24, B24. Oops, I missed the back of her jeans too while I'm at it. B24, B23. Going camping? Oh yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, my daughter has her trailer. She's got a big 30-some-odd foot trailer in our backyard. I mean, I guess I could always camp back there, but... Well, I think about it, I'm going to fix her jeans. I missed the back end. 95. I'll just color them up quickly with a B95. There we go. That's a bit better. And back to the coloring the bike. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Well, like I said, it was kind of a mess. So if it's not there, I'll see what I can manage. But I will definitely have a look and see what I can do for you. No problem. And I'm just playing and blending. Fix my little biking accident here. Oops, sorry, I'm not talking again. Sorry, I get so involved in my coloring. Oh, I've got to do my ETC cards. I haven't even really looked at them, so I'm gonna have to decide what ones to do. Unless there's any that anybody's doing them that would like, has any hints that I should do some? Or what I should pick? That awful. Okay, skin. So I found a really neat combination for skin a while ago, and I really like the look of it. It is using E13, E11, and YR000. I don't know where I think I read a book or something someplace, or someone else had used it. So anyway, so I'll just use the E13 for the shadows. E13, E11. What color I used in the basket? I used B23 for the blue. And I'm going to A11 for my shadow over top of this. Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure. Go back, use a little more E11 to bring more color in. There it goes. And I'll check on that when it dries to see if it looks any different. Back to the E13, just a little bit on her elbow. And I think these are her hands. And a little bit on her foot. There. 11. E. Thank you. Hello, Jalise. How are you? Having a heat wave, heat flash. Alrighty, so now that I have these done, I should do her. Let's get her basket. Let's start using some of the browns. And for her basket, I use E25 and E23. Just a simple little oh no. You know something, Jalise? It doesn't rain, but it pours, doesn't it? Like, oh, I hope you're feeling better. I think when you have all kinds of stuff going on, it makes it worse too. I think my pen or my marker needs a little bit of a blip. Whew, heat wave. Alrighty. And I've got to do my seat, my basket, my shoe. Yeah, so just, I used the N series for my grays. Ends. Take them out. Alrighty. So, for the silver parts, I used an N1. Yeah. And an N0. Metal parts. And the seat, I used an N5. There we go. And N4. Holy smokes, I'm gasping in this room, it's hot. Mind you, have the door closed so I don't want the dog come rushing in. I've got my Dyson fan on because it helps with my allergies and migraines and stuff, and here we are. Okay, N1. I said I'm a little scatterbrained. N1 for handlebars. And I am cheating. I am not going to color in the little white edges here, or the white sock. Yeah. But I'm going to color in the top part of her shoe. Yeah, it's warm. Alrighty, so the tires I used N7, and they may not be the best because I'm going to be blending them all just with a little bit of, and I'll do one at a time. N7, N5. And N4. Yep, sorry. Are you out of sound, Ellie? Does anybody lose sound? Maybe I haven't been talking. Maybe that's what the problem is. Sorry. I find that I get coloring and I'm pretty quiet, which is a switch. Out and back in. Sounds good? Okay. Sorry, oh, look at me. I'm coloring outside the line. It's not quite what I wanted. 4. So I'll fix that again. A couple little spots in my tires. 1 and 2 and 3. There. Couldn't figure out why my... You can hear me now? Okay. This is that commercial. Can you hear me now? Alrighty. Other tire and 7. Couldn't figure out a while ago why my I wasn't having very good luck with my colorless blender. I found out that if you don't have any colorless blender in your colorless blender, it doesn't really work. It works better now since I filled it. And 5. There we go. And 4 to finish off and blend all this in. A little more blending, I think. How's that? Already, I think I'm ready for her hair. Oh, I'm coloring outside the lines again. There. Okay. So, my original one, I had her in like a, what do you call it, a blondie, slight blonde, whatever color that was. I used Y20, E31 and E35 for that one. But I think I'm going to change her hair just a little tiny bit. Give it a little bit of a different, maybe a dark brown, red. What do you think? How about it? No, dark auburn? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's try a dark auburn color. I have a book, so I can cheat that way. So, base it at YR21. And I'm going to make sure I keep it ready for flower. So, I learned, taught, whatever. Oops, forgot to do the top part of her ear too. Oh, Heather. To base in the one color and then flick it with the rest. So that's what I've been doing. Okay. So I have to go back and fix her ear. I'll use my Y. There. Okay. Hi, Kathy. Yeah, so I've got my base in YR21. And then I'm going to go to an E15. Crash, E15. Alrighty, this is always the one that I have a bit of a challenge with, is the flicking. Anyway, so I'm going to turn my image. I'm going to have to watch some of these classes tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone's done. Okay, E15, and then I'm going to go in with a E18. And I'm not talking again. I know, sorry. I get concentrating on the hair thing and I lose my train of thought. So tomorrow I'll be back on again at about 11. I've got a card using the mushroom. It's really easy. And then I decided to use some of the 6x6 papers to incorporate them into a layout for a 12x12. And you can use the layout or the idea for using your papers fix this up a bit for pretty well anything, so guess that'll work. Hair's the hardest, yeah, and especially when I'm trying to, I don't have a lot of experience doing it either, so anyway, I apologize. I often find that I have to go in and adjust. 23E15. So I have to go in sometimes and just add in a little bits that I missed. Okay, so now for this part, I wanted to have a base that would anchor my picture for my card. That's a plane flying overhead. So what I used is some of the browns. I don't know what should I use, but I'm going to wing it. 37 maybe? Yeah, we'll try 37. Okay, so I just come up this way, and I always make mine a little bit bigger because I figure that if you're going to cut the cut your image, I like it to go off the edge. What I'm trying to say is I want my edges of my image to look like they extend. Oops, that looks like it needs a bit of a... And I'm just making up a base as I go along. I figure a dirt path shouldn't be too bad to do. Just scratch it in here. Yeah, and this has been an awful month in Ontario for allergies, migraines. Okay. 37, 34. I should have done this the other way around. Yeah. Yeah, I should have done this the other way around. Anyway. And so I'm just going to try and add some little dots on here with my colorless blender just to give it a bit of a, like a pebbly background, considering it's probably on a gravel path. And my blender is pretty juicy, so it's going to be not too bad. And then I'm going to follow up with a little bit of grass to give it a little bit more texture. How's that? Okay, everybody? Anybody coloring? Everybody just watching? I usually watch. Okay, so now what I'm going to do for my colors for my grass, I think I used a G94. Nope. Blah. YG67? A little later. Yeah, I used YG63, and I just threw a few little pieces of grass in here. Oh, I should have used something later. Oh well, sorry. Yeah, I think my background's a little bit too dark. Anyway, sorry. You're eating dinner? Yes. And we had a early... I mean, if I had enough money, if I was rich, that would be one thing I would do, is I would make sure I had a cook. And they could decide and make everything that you ever wanted for dinner. Because that part of adulting, I hate. It's like, what do you have for dinner every night? I don't know. Anyway, so I believe we've got it all. I should probably put a little tiny bit of paint on her cheeks. Use an RV10. Alright. And I'm just going to go and trim this out. This measures about 3.5-ish square. But, and like I said, this is going to be covered here. I should say edge to edge. Okay, so I'll put it there. And then I'll just run it through my die cutter machine, which will take like 20 seconds because I have all my other pieces cut out. Alrighty. Just pull it off gently. There. And I have my cleaning lady. I think we all need a wife. So, oops. This is a 4-inch blue square. And I'm going to push this back up again. How's that? Is that better? How's that? And this paper I just got from the pad. I didn't buy any specific So I have my card base. I'm just going to attach my 6" or 5 3/4 inch piece to my card base. And before I go anywhere, I have to put a sentiment on there too, don't I? Alrighty, so just keep pedaling. Will that fit on there? That will. What do you say? We just keep pedaling. Do more of what makes you happy. Now there's one. I think I'll put that one on because that can go to anybody. So I'll just dig out my stake platform. Whoops. I said I haven't used this stamp set or this sentiment before, so I'm going to make sure it's all nice and clean. That should fit. I'm going to grab my Craft and Kimmy Wicked Black. Awesome ink. Oh, sorry, Margaret. Yeah, about 5 3/4, I think. Somewhere in there. There we go. I like that font too. And oh man, alrighty, guys. Alrighty, it's back so I don't lose it. It's not like I've ever lost them before. Alrighty, and I cut a banner which measures, well, I had a die for it, so it's about 2 to 2 1/4, somewhere in there, by about 5 1/4 to 5 1/2, somewhere in there. So I just used dies that I had and cut them, or cut my pieces that way. So anyway. And I will put a little bit of foam tape on this. Somewhere. I have my room all tidied up to do this, but you would never know. Oh my gosh. Alrighty. There you go. And you can add gems or whatever else you want, or sparkles, or whatever you want to do. So there's the one. There's my other one. Tired of yours packing? Oh, Jennifer, I've got so much mess to clean up. It just... Anyway, give me 30 seconds, or 10 seconds here. And I'm going to see if I can remember how to do that card. I just had to find some paper. Okay, so I'll use some colored paper that I've got that I'm not really too overly worried about. and it'll make it easier to see. So you said it was a mini slimline card that I used? Was it Margaret? Was asking with that? Mini slimline? Oh, thanks. Yeah, well, I actually bought, when I first started doing this, I bought, I'm not flogging the books, but the Annie's Papercraft Copic Coloring Guides. I think I got them on Amazon. This is what I used for my guides for like colors and how to do skin colors, and it's like my Bible. Now there's also stuff in here from Kim's stuff, and I mean, this is a Kimmy stamp. There's also this is another Kimmy. Melanie did this one, of course. So this is a really good book if you want to look for, like, just for colors and ideas and stuff. So there's 3 of them. A great investment. I thought they were. So anyway, so mini slimline. Okay. So I think mini slimline is 7 by 6 by 7 by 6. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I will make the card base out of basic paper. I don't think it really matters the size of the paper. It's just going to be the idea. Okay, so we're going to do 6. I'm guessing glasses on here too. 6 by 7. And then we cut it like this, right? Yeah. So here's your card on here. So the insert part for your so the insert for this pop-up card. So this is your slimline card right here, and the insert will be just a little bit smaller than this. So I'm only guessing. I'll take a 1/4 inch off. So it'll have to be as big as the card. So instead of being, say, 7 by 6, it'll be 6 3/4 by 5 3/4. Am I following? You okay? 5 3/4 by 6 3/4. Okay. And that would fit inside, right? Yes. And then you crease that, or you score that so it fits in half. Okay. So we want the dark side out. So when we fold our card up, this will be the card, okay? So when you open it up, it'll be like this, but you want this section to pop out. So what you're going to need is, wherever you want your pop-up, I think I did it halfway through. I'm only folding it for reference. So right here is the center. You can mark, say, 1/2 to 1/4 inch over here, and 1/2 to 1/4 inch here, and measure up this way, and measure up this way. I'm only marking this just for demonstration purposes, okay? So what we're going to do is you can either cut with a knife, and this will not be perfect. Okay, so like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold this over. Oh, they should be even, I guess, shouldn't they? Yes, Heather. I think what I did too is I think I scored them. So that'll be the inside, okay? So when you assemble it like this, you open your card up and it pops up and you put your saying in there. Does that make sense, Margaret? Or do you want me to try it again with a little more? Yeah, so like I said, what you do is you measure it, and then you should probably, if you're doing it properly, you measure it there. I'll do this again. I've got lots of paper, imagine. 6 by 7. Do you understand that now? Yeah, so I mean, what I would probably do for doing it again, the right way, so center to put it wherever you want the pop-up, and then you can just score it or mark it with pencil. I have pencil, yeah. And then say measure, say a 1/2 inch right along here, and a 1/2 inch right from the center part right along there. So you would score from here to here, or pardon me, cut from here to here, and here to here, and here to here, and then that way you'd have all your marks to be all even. So when you go to fold it like this, and then you fold it again, they would all be even, not like that. They'd be even and stick up this way. Alrighty? Any other question? If you want to, I can explain it again. If you have an issue with it, let me know tomorrow if you're on, or you can just message me and I'll just send you, I can send you guys a template or something if you want. So, alrighty? Anyway, that's it. I hope you found that is easy enough to do. Like I said, I just, different colors, same card, different card, different sayings and all that. So Kim has this on right now for half price in the shop, Lexi's Wheels. And if you don't have it, you should have it. It's a great little stamp set for girls of all ages. And that's it. Alrighty. Thank you very much. I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 to do my share, but for the retreat. But Kim will be on at 10 doing her Coffee Friday. And yeah, so we'll see you all then. Thank you very much for tuning in, and have a great evening. I will talk to you all later. Bye for now. Bye.